We're back. Another episode of Quick Bites coming at you. I like that we don't keep track of episode numbers.
You don't.
I know you do. You're so organized. Well, we're rocking some Red Bull today.
I'm going with the LaCroix.
LaCroix.
A little
Okay.
healthier
Gotta
today.
keep it light.
Key lime.
Yeah.
Looked good. So
Too
I'm
much
gonna try
caffeine
it.
today already. Is that why?
Yeah, that coffee's did not help.
Dude, slow coffee. Like, I feel like their caffeine levels. I don't know if it's
I was
the way
doing the
they pull their
MailChimp.
shots.
I was doing the
or-
MailChimp thing, and I was like, I'm sitting down. I have way too much energy. I can't get it out through my fingers. And like,
So you had to stand up, have your desk up here.
yeah, I was
Your eyebrows?
in the middle of a rave. I was
Yeah.
like, but
Love it. Okay, today's podcast, we're getting close to Christmas.
Yep.
Let's go through some Christmas presents we want.
Okay, you want to go first? You want me to go first?
I'll go first because I
Okay.
think this one's fun because it kind of speaks to
Now-
everything.
Have you asked for this from someone? Like from Kenzie? Have you asked her? Or is this just something like,
Did you not write your letter to Santa Claus yet?
well, yeah, I don't know. Who did you ask? Was this
It's
your
in my
Santa
letter
list?
to Santa list.
Okay, I'm just
I'm
curious.
just making sure
All right.
that if you still believed.
Well, what do you mean, still believe?
I'm just making
What's
sure.
the other option?
Okay.
Wait, what do you mean, Blake?
Oh, we have too much fun with this. I really want a cold plunge tub.
That's right. That's right. You want one of like is it plastic or is it like?
I don't know. You know, I've
Ivory?
done my research and there's a few different options. It's kind of, my wife made fun of me because I showed her a picture of it the other day. I was like, hey, what do you think about this? Like, I want this for Christmas. And she goes, looks like our bathtub. Because it like is kind of the same shape of our bathtub that we have that has like it's square and has kind of the slanted sides. I just think there's a lot of health purposes, and dating back to when I first started reading right after college, Tony Robbins in his book talked about like his life and health, and one of the things that he would do in all of his homes that he'd build. So his house in Fiji, his house in Sun Valley, they always had a cold plunge tub. And it was something he'd do first thing in the morning. And at the time, there wasn't a lot of data out on it. Obviously, that's changed a lot over the last 12, 18 months. But when I read that, and then some of what I learned at his convention when I went to Business Mastery was how to like create more energy and within your own body. So like we both know like going to the gym kind of wakes you up in the morning. There's different
sure.
phases and like things you can do to like hype yourself up, like listening to music or things like that. It's like creating more energy within your oneself. So when he did that, I always had a dream to have a cold plunge tub whenever I had the chance to build my own house. So we're working on that right now. But I think the technology has evolved in the last 6 years to where it's a lot easier and you can have kind of like hot tub or like a cold plunge tub rather than building like a full on, like his are like, it's literally like a 4 foot by 4 foot square in the concrete that's like part of a pool system. So it was like a lot more complex to do. Then they came out with like the metal tins
just a
with
tin
putting
can.
ice, you know, and like, yeah, don't get me wrong. Like that's kind of fun and cool to do, but it's like, okay, well the water gets dirty, you know, like these new systems like have filtration systems in them, keep them clean. It is at like the more optimal level. Like you don't want to sit in 20-degree water.
True. Yeah.
You'd rather be in, I think what is optimal level, like 38 degrees, 39 degrees,
I have no idea.
something like that. But based on all the studies that have been done, you're supposed to get a minimum of 11 minutes per week. So that's like a minute a day or about 2 minutes a day.
I was gonna say when you start out though, I don't even know. You got to like acclimate to the time.
Oh, and we're going to clip
being
to a
in it.
video in this podcast of me jumping in Lake McCall last.
I remember
winter.
seeing that. How was that?
It was cold. I was only in there for less than 10 seconds.
Yeah, I watched that and I was like, I think I could do it, but then I'm like, I don't even like. You know, you have like shower cold water,
Yeah.
but then it's like that cold water is like so much colder. Like
Yeah.
it's just I've never experienced it actually.
You haven't?
No.
Well, maybe we'll do an episode in the cold plunge tub with Riley and Blake.
Yeah.
Maybe not together because it might be a little weird.
Is it pretty small?
It's pretty small. Bathtub with Eddie. Yeah, so I want a cold plunge tub. That's one of my 3 Christmas gifts. That's kind of what I usually do is I like put down a couple things that I want for Christmas. And yeah, to me, Christmas is still about the birth of Jesus Christ, trying to teach my kids that. Like, I just think that's like rooted, you know,
for sure.
Yeah, presents, giving.
Some American culture thrown in there.
Yeah,
with
I
the
mean,
presents.
speaking of being at the office, and we'll go shoot some content on it today, like, the thing is, when I was a kid, you know, at the Grove down here, they've got beautiful Christmas tree this year. It did a great job. Last year, it like fell over and died or something crazy. The last 2 years, they've been terrible.
The
This
star
year,
got stolen.
they brought it back. Like, they got a great one this year. But we'd always go with my mom and we'd go pick out, they put little Christmas tags on the tree. And now they do it around a fence, but there's like little tags you can get, scan the QR code and buy gifts for individuals that can't afford to. And it was something as a kid that I thought was pretty cool. So I wanted to go down that and do that as a team.
Yeah,
And we'll shoot a piece of content on it. But
definitely.
Christmas spirit, all about giving.
Yep. Yeah, no, I'm definitely. Well, I would say I'm more of a giver. I'm just not clever with like gift giving.
Yeah.
If I was, I would be a giver for sure. I just like people are like, what do you want for Christmas? What do you want for your birthday? And I'm just like, I
Don't
don't.
you hate getting
nothing.
gifts too? Like, I'm not a
I don't hate
huge,
getting them.
I'm not great at receiving gifts.
I've gotten better. The thing I struggle with is like I don't need anything. Like literally when someone asked, my mom just texted me yesterday. She was like, send me your list. And I'm like, I don't need anything. Like, I don't know, maybe a
Because if you
Chipotle
need
gift
something,
card.
you'll buy it.
Yeah.
Right?
But yeah, I try to be practical with my Christmas gifts because I don't really like need anything.
Yeah.
So like
You're
this
kind
year,
of pretty minimalist.
I am.
what I've
Like,
learned
I don't
about
want
you.
more shit.
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. You're like, don't buy me shit. If it's
like-
just shit.
like, you know, I have like a little brother and like on his birthday and Christmas, I see like people get him like all these toys and stuff. And I'm like, it's not my kid, but it stresses me out. I'm just like,
Where's that going to go? Where are you going to put it?
yeah.
stuff.
You're never going to use it. But yeah, so ask for golf shoes. I wanted a Glock,
Wow.
but
That
I'm-
went 0 to 100 real
but
quick.
I,
Riley's getting into weapons.
I just want a handgun to have one. But I'm not going to ask for that this year. Yeah. And then I'm asking Bree for a gym bag, like I said.
Yeah?
Because I have one backpack.
Here's
and
my 2 cents on guns.
What's up? What's up?
I was like, I want a Glock. I want a handgun like 5 years ago-ish. Bought one, was like super jazzed about it. And like 6 months in, I had never shot it. Like, I shot it one time on a range. And then I had a buddy, a close friend, that were like hanging out with his buddies one night, just kind of screwing around, and like he was showing his gun to them, and it went off, almost blew his leg off because it hit the artery. I mean, he had this huge, and so I'm like, anyone want to buy my Glock, like my gun? As a weapon, give me a golf club. I'll do some damage. I literally have a golf club under my bed,
Yeah.
not a gun.
Yeah. It's a lot easier to just pick up a golf club and start whacking.
Yeah.
Like, oh, is the safety on? And got a pocket.
Yeah.
You know,
or
it's-
use it against me or something like that.
Exactly. But yeah, I have one backpack right now, and like, I don't take like, because usually I put my laptop and all my stuff in there, but like, before I go into the gym, I take out that stuff in my car, go into the gym, come back, and then it's just like,
Bree, Riley needs a gym bag for Christmas.
oh, she knows. Other than that, like I said, when people ask me, I'm just like, I don't need anything. I don't know, maybe like a Chipotle gift card. It was like, I love gift cards.
Chipotle.
I love.
I know, like gift cards are like what people get pissed when they get gift cards. I'm like, dude, that's like the best
That's
thing ever.
insensitive. Yeah, I'm like, what do you mean?
Yeah,
Like Chipotle for a month? What?
free. Yeah,
Yeah.
hell
So
yeah.
I do ask for like gift cards from my parents for like places I like to go,
I like
you know,
that.
dinners and stuff. But yeah, I'm a pretty.
As you get
simple
older,
guy.
it's like different, you know, because Christmas isn't more like your parents aren't paying as much attention to your daily lives, so they're not like, oh, they really want this for Christmas.
exactly.
You
Like
know?
I don't live with my parents anymore, so they probably don't even know what I do anymore
Yeah,
day to day. In the summer, I made a Christmas list while we were golfing a lot. And it was just like, you know, some golf shirts, some new shoes and shorts and stuff. But now I'm like, I'll definitely be golfing a lot next summer too, but not as much as I probably anticipated
right.
from last summer. Like, oh, I'm going to golf every day next summer.
I know, isn't it funny how it comes in like waves? Like,
Well, now-
I miss golf right now, but like I don't miss it that much.
Yeah, like, I don't- it's so weird.
Well, one, it's cold out, so you
Yeah.
can't go. But
Yeah. And, you know, just starting quick bites and stuff. It's like, I'm not going to have that much time
yeah,
to like go play around 4-hour round of golf. Like
and
I
we'd
did.
rather go to Top Golf anyway. You
Yeah,
know?
now-
you can have a business meeting as well as eat fun food, work on the wedge game.
We should do a team lunch next week.
Yes, that's definitely happening.
That would be hectic in a good way.
Yeah. I might go this weekend just to go check it out.
I was thinking about taking my brother tonight.
Yeah. Maybe we'll connect.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? Taking would hit some bombs.
I would love to get taken on the course. I would love it.
That's so funny. But yeah, so that's Christmas this year. Not much of a.
Do you guys have any rituals or things that you guys do around Christmas, like special meals, like maybe remaking Thanksgiving on Christmas Day?
My family's never been like a tradition family.
Yeah.
The only thing we do, like my mom gets everyone fun socks. That's about it.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Super simple.
Yeah. What is your opinion on this whole Christmas jammies thing? Everybody does it. I think it's the stupidest thing ever.
I mean, I have a girlfriend, so obviously, like, I'm forced to have some jammies here and there.
Well, no, like Christmas PJs that you wear to bed on Christmas Eve. Have you ever seen that?
I mean, yes. I'm not, like I said, my family's never done anything like that.
That's true.
And then we just have like a pretty. I think we usually make like Thanksgiving meal, but like with a ham instead of a turkey.
Yeah, I can
switch
see
it up.
that.
It's just like.
I'm gonna rip up a nice tri-tip this year with some crab legs.
Do you have a Traeger or a grill or what do you got? What are you cooking on?
I'm a grill guy.
Okay.
I haven't used a Traeger yet, and I think my cooking methods are I like to be able to like get home and then prep it and do it. Like I don't want to think that I have to put meat on the grill in the morning before I leave for work.
Yeah.
Like I just don't want that in my process. So when you're cooking things for a longer period of time, low and slow, I just
for sure.
You
don't want to like plan out your meals every day like that.
And I'm not a big smoked meat guy. Like I don't like the taste of smoked meat necessarily.
I agree. My dad has a Z grill. It's pretty much the same thing, but you can also just like normally cook things.
Normally grill.
But it takes double the time because it's not direct heat. So I'm like, Dad, how long do I need to cook these chicken breasts on here? Like
2 hours.
Just like a normal grill. Like normal grill is probably like for a chicken breast is probably like, depending on how big it is, like 10 minutes ish, whatever.
Yep.
Then on this thing's probably like 25.
Oh, interesting.
30. And I'm like, and I like grill marks. I like the little bit of char on there.
Love the grill marks.
But if you can perfect it, it's really good. I had a Friendsgiving and my buddy.
What'd you guys cook? What was your meal?
Like, what did we bring?
Yeah.
Stuffing.
Oh, that's right.
It wasn't homemade. I'll admit to that. I was going to.
Just buy it at Whole Foods?
My grandma had, it was stovetop, the box.
Oh, nice.
Which is honestly the most solid stuffing it's pretty good.
It's really good.
My grandma has this really good recipe, but I was like, do I attempt it? I've never made it before. I wasn't going to risk it. Because, like, what happens when you make it and you're like, fucked it up.
Well, it tastes like shit. Yeah.
But our buddy Ryan smoked a turkey, and he's, like, a super good, like, with the Traeger.
Traeger, yeah.
Stuff, and it was, like, the best turkey I've ever had.
Was it so good?
Yeah.
I know. I've seen my brother-in-law made one on a Traeger this Thanksgiving, and it looked super good. Like he like filleted it out, so it wasn't like just the turkey. Like he cut it, and opened it.
Yep, that's how this one was.
Yep, and it looked so good. I was like, oh, it's awesome. My in-laws we do our turkey in a crock pot, and so it cooks for like 6 hours.
How big's your crock pot?
Yeah. It's a big crock pot. It's like a custom. Like
my grandma actually, she has like one that's like huge.
Yeah, it's like a big crock pot. So we cook the turkey in it. We take it out. Then we like pull all the meat off it, and then put it back in the crock pot with all the juice, and add some other shit. So it's basically like pulled turkey.
Yeah,
and it's so good. And like you don't ever get that dry turkey stuff.
Yeah,
so good.
Yeah, I want to try deep frying one. I saw a lot of videos this year from like
dude,
fails.
It's getting way more popular. Like I saw a bunch of like police videos. Like this is what you're supposed to do. Like don't do this where you drop it in the oil.
Well, and there was this one that was like out the inside cavity of the turkey. Like there's oil like shooting out of it from the bottom, and like these guys were like getting burnt. It was just like hectic. But yeah, I'm not one to like. I like to cook, but like if it's for a lot of people, I get nervous. I'm like, oh, what if I fuck it up? What if it tastes like bad? And I don't know.
And isn't it weird? Like when you cook for yourself, it doesn't taste as good as when someone else cooks for you.
Oh, for sure.
I feel like that.
Well, I'm not picky. I'm like, I'll microwave this, and it can be half warm, and I'm fine with it.
Right.
And then Bree's like, I want it air fried. I want it perfectly warm. I'm like, that's where we're different. Like I'll eat cold leftover. Like, I don't care.
You're pretty easygoing.
But yeah. What did you want to talk about aside from the holidays?
That's about it.
Did you have? You did say the Christmas list.
Yeah, I've got one other. I want to get an Apple Watch. I always like sell my Apple Watch when I don't use it for 3 months.
I'll never get an Apple Watch.
Why?
It's not practical for me. I'm already distracted by my phone, let alone something on my wrist that's buzzing, and I don't want
Yeah.
to scroll to read one short ass text.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I just, I'm active, I work out from time to time, but I don't care to track it. I don't care to know how many calories I burned. I'm not competing. I'm not tracking.
Yeah. And you're not like way out of shape or anything. You're like, okay, if I want to like tighten things up, I know what I need to eat.
Yeah, exactly. Like I saw this post been going around this week. It's like, you want to lose weight? Calorie deficit. You want to, like lose weight, gain muscle, calorie deficit, higher protein, blah, blah, blah. Like just like kept really simple. And
Super
I'm like,
sweet.
I don't need to be
Yep.
like 3 + 17 degrees. Like I just,
You don't care that much.
but yeah, it's just not practical for me. I know everyone that I know has one, but
Mm-hmm.
just personally, it's just,
No, it's interesting. I always hated it because of the notifications thing. Even though you can turn them off, like it's just another
you said that before.
distraction.
Yeah.
Like, but I'm starting to get back. Like, I think I'm gonna sign up and do the New York City Marathon.
okay. Yeah,
So
you want to track
doing
it on
some
there.
running and tracking it. Like Nike has a pretty cool running app.
I love
that can
the
do
Nike
like the
running app.
training.
I use that one.
And so I think that that's something that the reason why I might dive back into the Apple
My favorite
Watch.
part about the Nike Run Club app is the integration with your music.
Oh,
Because it'll be like 1 mile. It'll dim your music and then it comes back up and it like shuffles. It's just,
that's nice.
they did really well. But like Casey's been tracking his,
Yes.
what's his
Shout
last
out
name?
to Casey Adams, our good old buddy
Yeah.
living down in LA.
Yeah, I've just been watching his stories because he runs his first marathon in like a week
Yeah.
in Honolulu. And are you going to get the big
I
one?
hope.
Are you going to get the big one?
No, it's too big.
Dude, that thing's huge.
It's a monster. I hope he does well. The one thing I've heard prepping for marathons is like, one, it's obviously the running training, but in a climate like that, like I don't know if he's been acclimating himself to a climate where it's humid as fuck.
Yeah.
Like that could make it 10 times harder.
Well, yeah. When the
Because
air's
it's like,
thicker and
yep.
like, you're like,
Yeah. Struggling to breathe.
Yeah, that's interesting because I know a lot of people that like will train for like races. Like, if you're going to go run one in Colorado, people will train with like the masks and like make it harder to breathe.
Yes.
Because you can't acclimate to the same climate. So that's very interesting.
Yeah, so I'm curious to see how it goes. I know him and I keep in touch. I'm trying to get him to say, "Hey, let's run the New York City one," because I'm partially signed up right now. So that's a big 2023 goal. We're gonna do a podcast
Going
on
to
our
New York.
goals. We're going to New York City. I might go twice next year. There's one other time.
You know what we need to facilitate is like, we need to figure out how to do the pod on like a plane.
Whoa.
Like, do you know anyone that has a plane?
Do I know anyone that has a plane?
Your dad.
My dad does have a plane. That's a
Literally.
great idea. We could pod in the back of his plane.
I feel like the planes are too loud though.
Yeah.
We could do a pod with like the
Yeah, the headsets.
that are like right here.
Just record it.
Yeah, that'd be funny.
Ooh, man, we got some good ideas. I think we need to venture out in 23 and do some like exterior pods. Like,
I still want to do one like on a bench, like you said.
yep, we could do one outside. We could be kind of interesting to do one like up at Table Rock, the back of my truck.
That would be sweet because you probably
Yeah.
have outlets in that thing, right?
Yep.
Let's do that for
That's a
sure.
good
When it
idea.
warms up,
Yep.
let's do a Table Rock pod up there.
Golf course pod.
I want to figure out how to do that as efficiently as possible to not have like this shit.
Yeah.
Then have good audio. Like we could probably do an AirPod in
Yeah.
the cart with GoPros type thing.
Or we could just sit in a golf cart and do a pod.
True.
That might be kind of cool looking.
Or we could do
angles.
like how they do like the match with like Phil, Bryson,
Yes.
all them. Like we
Yep.
could do that format too. Like
Yep.
cameras.
That's
are on
coming
us.
up soon. There's the Tiger Rory match.
Tiger just withdrew from the
PNC.
or
Just this
Was that last
weekend's
weekend?
tournament, I think. PNC is
Or is that
this
right
weekend. I think it was last weekend he withdrew from it.
he withdrew because
He can hit every shot, but he can't walk.
yeah. Oh, he's getting something in his ankle. What is it?
Oh, I don't know. He just said he couldn't walk, but he can hit every shot.
Anyway, but he's playing with Charlie and the father son.
That's always fun to watch.
that'll
I
be
wish they'd
amazing.
televise it better, like make it more entertaining rather than just like a traditional golf.
Yeah.
Because I think even last year they didn't even show highlights of John Daly and his son winning it. Like all they showed was Tiger and his son. It's like actually show like the leaders.
Yeah.
Come on, people.
I love the match formats with like the AirPods and like the GoPros. Like it's so much more interactive.
Yeah.
It's funny. The traditional golf narration style is like I think it'll be
disrupted.
and like
Dude, this
less.
year's gonna be crazy in golf. What ends up happening? Like
When
they
does
haven't
LIV
really
start up?
they haven't made a final decision on if they can play in the Masters or not yet. Like
Oh,
I
I
feel
know.
like it's just like everyone's waiting.
It's gonna be like a week before they're like, no.
Nope, and then all the drama comes out. All right, well we've been going off the cuff a little bit today, but let's wrap up the pod.
Yeah, this will be a little bonus episode.
Christmas episode.
Happy holidays and whatever.
Happy holidays, and
I hate the cold. I just had to throw that
I
in there.
know, me too. I really wish we could go back to Newport where we were. So
Yeah. All right. Have a good Christmas.
over and out.
See ya.